the presence of or the importance of environment physically sometimes cannot be felt. So, we talk of in certain places, open places where there are no trees, where there are no particular flora or fauna, then we think environment is irrelevant there. That is not so. Environment does not mean only flora and fauna. It also means certain living and non-living beings also, and even the microorganisms of that particular area. Our life is a symbiotic life. Each one is dependent on the other organism, or they have got a right to live, what we call in our Proutistic theory, neo-humanistic principles. Just because human beings are intelligent, or they are, in fact they have come in the last stage of evolution, it does not mean that they own everything in this earth and they are the real controllers and they are the real directors of how to use all these things. All these living and non-living beings are not at the whims and fancy of human being to be used. Others have got a right to live. So, this very concept, to think that others have a right to live, orally everybody may say this, but to feel that concept, to imbibe that concept, one needs a spiritual development in individual level, so that his mind should expand to that extent. Spiritualism does not mean it is only a mysticism or something else. It is in practical life, it is nothing but expansion of my individual's mind. When an individual's mind is capable of imbibing the difficulties, pleasure, pains of all others surrounding him, living around him or existing around him, that means his mind is slowly growing towards infinity. That the growth itself is spirituality. So, the spiritual base is very much required to understand the importance of environment. And destruction of environment, certainly in the long run, what we have been seeing now, the nature will hit back, the mother earth will hit back for its survival. It is all scientific rule of science. Every action has a equal and opposite reaction. That is what is happening. So, development, physical, at social level, in economic development, everything is possible by caring for the environment. It is possible by protecting our environment. Only thing is, we have to plan it properly. We have to plan it in such a way that our resources are put to use in such a way that they have a long lasting effect. Presently what is called sustainable development, but in most of the present, of course, it is not for criticism, but the thing is, they have been only looking at the utilitarian value of these other objects of other living beings or non-living beings and other existence of the surroundings. There is what is called existential value. Just by being there, that entity helps us, helps the entire environment. That it may or may not be known to a human being, but it does not mean that there is nothing like existential value.